Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 21 of the 40-day devotional challenge that I am doing for myself. And I've got Morris here joining me again today. So let's begin. And I want to say, too, that we are beginning section 3 now. And I think there's a total of 4 sections altogether. Because there's 40 days. Yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and begin. It's just been that kind of day, y'all, and Morris is chowing down on the bookmarker there. So let's just go ahead with the day 21, and it is called Your Season of Work. I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God. There is nothing better for a person than to enjoy their work. Really, Cat? So sorry. He's just yanking on the bookmark to making the book move. I had just gotten home from work, and I was on the verge of losing it. I worked insane hours at the YMCA and was on call 24/7 if something went wrong. Since the YMCA was open 104 hours per week and I managed a staff of 200 teenagers, something was always going wrong. My nerves were shot. When my phone would ring, my heart would race before I even looked to see who it was. Because let's be honest, I always knew who it was. On this particular day, I walked into the house. No, Morris? Really, Cat? I walked into the house, threw my bag down, and said to my roommate, I can't do this anymore. I'm exhausted. I never get a break. And right as my voice began to crack and tears welled up in my eyes, my cell phone started ringing. I winced at the sound and answered it. Someone dove into the shallow end of the pool and hit their head. They seemed okay, but the lifeguards had to treat it as a spinal injury. The ambulance had been called. I was back out the door on my way back to work again. Hello? Morris, are you comfortable? Okay, he just crawled into my lap. Okay. Do you hear him purring? Hi. Say hello. Okay, so sorry about that. I dealt with life-threatening injuries, teenage staff members making out, and massive drums of extremely dangerous chemicals. This was all in addition to the normal daily problems. Someone was always having an accident in the pool, someone was always late to work, and someone was always complaining about something. It was nonstop, and I was only 23. The years I spent working at the YMCA were rewarding and fulfilling in so many ways. But they were also full of exhaustion, burnout, and breakdowns. More than once I asked myself, like Jack Nicholson, is this really as good as it gets? What I know now that I didn't know then is that it was a season. A season of career building and preparation. It wasn't forever, and it wasn't a reflection of who I was or would be. We were all created to work in some capacity or toil. But it's very easy to look for labels to define who we are by what we do. When we meet someone new, the first question we ask to figure out who this new person is. So what do you do? It's always the first reference point we use for figuring out who we are. This can be a source of pride and fulfillment if we love what we do. And it can be a source of shame or frustration if we don't. But you are more than your work, and you are more than anything that you do or don't do. Maybe you're in a season of working like crazy trying to get your career off the ground and you're tired. Maybe you're in a season of working in a job or 2 or 3 you hate just to provide for your family and you're unhappy. Maybe you've decided to stay home with your kids and you're feeling a little unfulfilled. Here's the key. This season is where you are, not who you are. Once you realize that, it's easier to find grace and strength to get through it. So when your phone sends your heart racing, or you want to run out the door because your kids are driving you crazy, or you want to quit because your boss is breathing down your neck, or you just feel overwhelmed and unfulfilled, remember, this is a season. It won't last forever. I believe God has something for you right where you are. And if you trust Him, He'll not only sustain you in this season, He'll also prepare you for the next one. Reflection and prayer. What season of work are you in right now? What types of emotions does that bring up? Do you feel satisfied and fulfilled with how you're using your gifts and talents? Or do you sense an urging to look for something different? If you need to make a change, what are some of the first steps you need to take? Spend some time in prayer today, asking God what He wants you to do. God has a lot to say about work, and He cares deeply about how you manage your talents, gifts, skills, and time. Ask Him to help you be faithful where you are, while also having wisdom to discern what He might have for you next.